Okay, so you've definitely heard of serotonin. But what if I told you that the whole happy chemical story is almost completely missing the point? Today, we're going to uncover the real story of a molecule that's less about fleeting happiness and way more about the ancient, powerful forces that literally build and rebuild your brain every single day.
Right? We hear it all the time. Feeling good must be serotonin. It's become this simple shorthand for mood. But, that's kind of like saying the internet is just for watching cat videos. I mean, it's not wrong, but it misses the entire incredible picture. The real story of serotonin isn't just about feeling happy. It's about this ancient tug of war happening inside you right now between two opposing forces that are constantly shaping your mind. To really get this, we have to go back. I mean, way back. Before animals, before there were even brains to speak of. Serotonin's story actually starts with plants. Its basic building block is this amazing molecule that's fantastic at absorbing sunlight. So from the very beginning, this chemical family was all about capturing energy and directing growth. And that ancient job, literally shaping life itself, is a massive clue to what it's still doing inside us. So if it's not just about happiness, what is its main job in the brain? Well, the answer lies in this fundamental tension, a constant push and pull between two big ideas, stability and plasticity. Think about it. Our brains need to hold on to what works to be stable, but they also need to adapt to change to grow. And serotonin, it turns out, is the master conductor of this entire biological orchestra.
Now here is the absolute crucial piece of the puzzle. Serotonin itself is like a master key, but its effect depends entirely on which lock it fits into. We call these locks receptors. Our brains have at least 14 different types of these little serotonin docks, and each one opens a totally different door, giving a completely different command to the cell. It's this amazing diversity that lets serotonin be both a force for stability and a force for change. And to see how, we just need to meet two of its most important players.
All right, let's meet the two stars of our show, the 5-HT1A receptor and the 5-HT2A receptor. And as you're about to see, they have completely opposite job descriptions. And this table just lays it out perfectly. In one corner, you've got the 5-HT1A receptor. Its whole job is to tell a cell, hey, settle down, mature, grow into your final form. It actually stabilizes the cell's internal scaffolding, its cytoskeleton, which has a calming effect. Then, in the other corner, you have 5-HT2A, and it does the exact opposite. It encourages new connections by loosening that scaffolding, promoting change, activity, and new growth. One creates calm stability, the other creates a kind of beautiful, creative chaos. They really are total opposites. So here's an easy way to think about it. We've got team stability versus team plasticity. 5-HT1A is the builder. It reinforces structures, it encourages cells to mature, it even protects them from dying off. It's all about preservation and strength. But then you've got 5-HT2A, the remodeler. It's all about flexibility, activity, and enabling new pathways and connections. It's for adaptation and growth. And you absolutely need both to build a brain that works.
But this brings up a really fascinating question. I mean, where did this elegant system of opposing forces even come from? Well, the answer, which was discovered pretty recently in our own DNA, is like something out of a biological spy novel. It involves a secret that's been hiding in plain sight in our genes for over 500 million years.
So where did this remodeler, this agent of change, actually come from? Well, its origin story is, honestly, it's just bizarre. It's not like most other genes at all. Okay, this is where things get really mind-bending. The original gene for our remodeler is what scientists call a nested gene. So I want you to imagine finding the entire blueprint for a car engine hidden inside a single chapter of a book about citywide recycling. That is literally what's happening here. The instructions for this change agent receptor are tucked completely inside the gene for the cell's basic cleanup crew. And this isn't some random mistake. It's a very deliberate, ancient pairing that has been protected for hundreds of millions of years.
And this timeline shows just how ridiculously important that pairing is. Over hundreds of millions of years, our entire genome was duplicated, not once, but twice. You can see it here with jawless fish, and then again with us, the tetrapods. Now, each time that happened, we should have ended up with an extra copy of this nested gene. But each time, nature systematically deleted the extra one. Evolution is basically screaming at us that having exactly one copy of the remodeler gene tied to the cell's cleanup crew is absolutely critical.
So, why?
Why go to all that evolutionary trouble to protect this weird little setup? Well, it's because this ancient remodeler receptor isn't just for changing your mind as an adult. Its original job was way more fundamental. It was a key part of the blueprint for building the very first vertebrate animals.
Back in the earliest stages of embryonic development, this ancestral receptor is a true master builder. It's absolutely essential for forming what are called neural crest cells. You can think of these as the body's master stem cells that travel around and build the jaw, the face, even the nerves in our gut. It's also critical for shaping the heart and for creating the very first blood cells. I mean, these are the absolute non-negotiable first steps to building a body.
And if you need proof of its unique power, here it is, 0. That's the number of major developmental problems scientists found in mice that were engineered to lack the other remodeler receptors. They developed just fine. But if you take away this one ancient, nested receptor, development goes catastrophically wrong. That is why evolution has guarded it so fiercely.
So let's bring this all home. On one hand, we have the builder system, promoting stability and maturity. And on the other, we have the remodeler system, with these ancient origins in building embryos, that promotes plasticity and change. The health of our brain isn't about having more of one or the other, it's all about the balance.
And you know, one of the key researchers in this area just put it perfectly. He said that what might be critical is the balance of these opposing forces. It's not about any single action, it's about the dynamic harmony between them.
So, here's the big takeaway. You've got the builder system, the stabilizer that protects what you've got. And you've got the remodeler system that helps you adapt and grow. And your mental well-being doesn't live in one or the other. It exists in the delicate dance between them, with serotonin as the conductor.
And this completely reframes how we should think about all this. It's not about just opening the tap and getting more serotonin. That completely misses the point. The real goal is a healthy, dynamic balance. Think of it like a perfectly weighted mobile. It needs enough stability to stay upright, but enough flexibility to move with the wind.
So this leaves us with a really fascinating final thought. When we think about everything from depression and anxiety to recovering from a brain injury, maybe the next great leap forward won't come from a blunt instrument that just jacks up serotonin levels. Maybe it'll come from finally learning how to precisely tune this ancient, delicate, and absolutely fundamental balance between building and remodeling our own minds.